Well, first of all, it's always a pleasure to speak to you also. So thanks for having me here. Of course, we are all talking about the mother of all deals these days. It's a very good development. Let me just say, as you also are alluding to, Norway is not a member of the EU, but we are strongly supporting an open and rules-based world trade order. And in that sense, of course, we also look at this as a very good development. Norway, as you also are saying, we have a trade and economic partnership agreement with India in the EFTA context. It entered into force last year, October, and this is a very good complement. And for Norway, EU is the biggest trading partner, so that the EU also has an agreement with India, and that would be a very good complement also for us, and it could be good also for our trade.
Of course. Ma'am, in the face of global trade tensions that we have seen, how important is a robust India-EU FTA ensuring for diversified, stable relationship for both India and Norway?
Well, it is important because then Europe is now also saying India is important for us, and we are doing it as Norway as part of the EFTA group, and the EU as a bigger organization also saying that. And Norway is a very small country. We have a very open economy. We have benefited greatly from free trade in our development, so we strongly believe in that, and these are good developments in that direction.
Talking about the Nobel Peace Prize, ma'am, recent statements by US President Donald Trump, he has created a lot of diplomatic tensions. Could you explain Norway's official position on the independence of the Nobel Peace Prize and any misconceptions around it?
Well, the Nobel Committee is an independent committee. They make their decisions independently from Norwegian government. We don't interfere in any way in the decisions that they are making, not in the nominations, not in the discussions, not in the appointing of the prize. Also the prize is aimed to be an international prize without any national interference, although the Nobel Peace Prize Committee is situated in Oslo, Norway. We don't really have any say in, or Norwegian government doesn't have any say. However, we do welcome what the decisions that they are doing, and we always welcome the Nobel Peace Prize laureate to Oslo, of course.
Okay. Talking about Greenland now, ma'am, we have seen many statements by President Trump on Greenland recently in Davos also. How does Norway perceive these statements by President Trump on Greenland?
Well, Norway's position on Greenland is clear. Greenland belongs to the Kingdom of Denmark, and we are fully behind Denmark on these issues. However, we are also very open to discussing security issues in the Arctic within the framework of NATO.
Of course. Talking about India-Norway relationship, ma'am, how was the year 2025 and what are expectations in 2026? In which sectors do you see the relationship moving forward?
Well, the relationship between India and Norway, ever since I came here 2.5 years ago, has been growing. Not the least because of the trade and economic partnership agreement between EFTA and India. And we are seeing a lot of interest from Norwegian companies. I recently came from the India Energy Week in Goa, and we had 16 companies from Norway there displaying a pavilion, and there is a huge interest in cooperation with India in the energy sector, in the renewable energy sector, but also in other sectors, like, for example, the maritime sector and the circular economy. So it's growing by the day. I'm very happy about that. And we also see a lot of visits back and forth. Last year there were 3, Indian ministers visiting Norway, and I think an equal number of Norwegian ministers visiting India. And next month in February for the AI Impact Summit, we will also have the Norwegian Minister for Digitalization coming.
And we also have the pending India-Nordic Summit. Any expectations on that, ma'am?
Well, I very much hope that we will be able to welcome Prime Minister Modi to Oslo the first half of this year for the India-Nordic Summit.
Right. Just last question, ma'am. If you can say that in Hindi, how do you look at the India-Norway relationship? In Hindi, just one line.
Bharat और नॉर्वे के बीच संबंध बहुत अच्छे हैं.